Wrestling fans, we're backstage here at the Ring of Honor show in Buffalo, New York, and I am with the king of old school, Steve Corino. Steve, you're back after 7 months here in Ring of Honor.
That's right. It's a long time, 7 months. I came here last night in Cleveland. I was surprised with all the new faces and all the new stories that go on here in Ring of Honor. So it was like debuting again. And tonight in Buffalo, it's my first time back here in, I would say, 5 years.
You're taking on Ring of Honor champion Bryan Danielson. I know you're looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Ever since I saw Danielson for the first time on the first Ring of Honor show back in 2002, I always wanted to step in the ring with him. We've wrestled once before in a four-way, but this is first time singles, and couldn't think of any better place here in Buffalo.
You said you've been gone for 7 months. You've been over in Japan. Talk about your involvement with 01 and the going-ons over in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Japan's a place where I reinvented myself. After ECW went down, a lot of guys went to WWE, WCW before it closed. I chose to go to Japan, and it turned out great for me. It's one of those places where they respect pro wrestling so much. It's like Ring of Honor, but the Japanese fans and Japanese promoters, Japanese wrestlers are so passionate about the art form of pro wrestling that you really renew that love. And it's been great. 01 Max has been my home for 4.5 years now. So, we keep trucking along. Something happens, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. Right now, we're on our way back up.
Japan lost a legend in Shinji Hashimoto this past year. Man, you had some epic battles for the NWA title. Talk a little bit about the legacy that Hashimoto left.
Hashimoto was the guy that gave me my job in Japan in 2001 when I didn't know if any Japanese company would be interested in me. I knew WWE wasn't going to pick me up. Hashimoto gave me the chance to work in the office, gave me the chance to work next to him, and being in the ring with him was much different than dealing with him in the office. When you dealt with him in the office, he was Hashimoto the businessman, but when it was all business when he was in the ring, I've never been kicked as hard in my entire life as I did Hashimoto, and it was a shame. I haven't seen him in like 4 months before he passed away, and it was a shock. I was coming through immigration, and they told me that Hashimoto had passed away, and it's it's a loss for the wrestling community. And he was, no matter what problems he had at the end, man, he was a great guy to me.
You've wrestled all over, both on the stateside and internationally, and you list Corcoran Hall as one of your favorite places to wrestle. What about the magic?
The magic of Corcoran Hall is unbelievable. It's when you walk out there, it was electric. People talk about how the ECW arena was back in the heyday. Corrigan Hall, and I tell everybody that comes over, if you worked in the ECW arena, Corrigan Hall is the ECW arena times 10. The fans that come there are pure pro wrestling fans that know everything that's going on. You go to house shows in the country towns, people are there to see an entertainment for 3 hours. Corrigan Hall, that's where they want all the action. You have to bring your A game, and it's a lot like Ring of Honor. The stuff that works on the house shows isn't going to work at Corrigan Hall. So, it just brings out the best in you.
Speaking of ECW, you decided not to take part in the homecoming tours. Talk a little bit about that.
You know what? It was good for the guys that did them, but I wasn't interested in doing it. ECW is in my past. I loved every moment I was there. And I watched the pay-per-view that WWE put on. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I watched it with Alex Shelley and Takeo Omori in Michigan, and we enjoyed it. I thought it was great entertainment, and I really thought that they might break out and do something with it, and it's a shame for the guys that didn't get the chance. The downfall I saw was C.W. Anderson didn't get to work on the pay-per-view, which I thought was a travesty. But maybe they'll do one next year and bring guys back. But for me, my life is much different now. So, but as a fan, I thought it was really good.
You're the current AWA champion. You're trying to revive that great title. Some of the greats, Vern Gagne. Talk about reviving the AWA title.
When you have a title that's been, deceased for the better part of 10 years, it's tough to bring it back. And when I guess Dale Gagne had brought it back in '96, but really no one knew. It was one of those things that you'd see at a fair show once a year and stuff like that. And the guys that held the belt really didn't bring any meaning to it. So when the 01 Max joined the AWA in November, they had said, we'll bring Evan Courageous over. And once they saw Evan's size, they said, there's no way this is going to work. They pitched to do a tournament and everything like that, and Takeo Omori won the title, which was great because he was one of the last guys trained by Jumbo Shiruda. And then I beat Omori in Michigan in June, and it's been great. I've traveled to Europe. I'm traveling to Germany in November, traveling all around the United States and Canada defending it. And, it's a work in progress. It's going to take a few years. You got to you got to build it up. You got to build it up with honor. You got to build it up with long matches and show the people that, you know, if you believe in the AWA, then they should too. And it's working so far.
You recently sat down with one of the most prolific champions in Nick Bockwinkel. What kind of advice did he give you?
You know what? He given me pretty much the same advice I was talking about with the AWA title. You know, he said you have a long road ahead of you because people think of him, Stan Hansen, Vern Gagne, the AWA champions of the past. So guys like me and Amori and whoever holds it after me, we have the you know, we have all that pressure on us to, you know, do it the right way and do it honorably, do it the way that they would have done it. So he gave me that advice. He gave me the advice, don't give up. It's a long process, and, you know, we're trying to. I'm in for the long haul, and I'm enjoying it so far. So, but, you know, sitting with Bockwinkel was an education. It was amazing. He was the main event of the first live show I ever saw in Winnipeg, and, you know, to sit with him for an hour and a half, it was unbelievable.
One of your earlier stops in your career was in Elmira, New York, where we're shown here on WrestleVision, in the USWF, one of your first encounters with H.C. Lowe. Talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm right. He always... The size of that man's head. Only eclipsed by his ego. No, H.C. Lowe, if I'm not right, I think that was his first pro match. And it's funny to see that, you know, how far he's come and how far I've come since then. And that was 1996, and it was fun. He's a great guy. Every time I get a chance to talk to him, and when he came to ECW, I was thrilled. And, you know, when he became the Extreme referee, it was great for him. And, you know, if ECW is still around, I think he would have been one of the top hardcore guys there.
We're coming to the end of 2005. It's been the reinvention tour for Steve Corino. How's it going? Is it working out?
It's working out. You know, I've showed everybody that, you know, the ECW Steve Corino that they knew from years ago is not around anymore. It's, you know, it's a new Steve Corino. It's new gear. It's new this, the short hair. You know, it's the older way. You know, 32 years old. Almost 33 years old now. You know, I need to be more of a leader and more of an experienced guy than, you know, especially here in Ring of Honor, we got a lot of guys in their early 20s. So it's more of a leadership role and, you know, trying to use the stuff that I learned and pass it on to the next generation. So, you know, 2005 has been a real successful year, and I'm looking forward to 2006.
Before we go, I know you're a big baseball fan. What do the Phillies got to do next year to get to the playoffs?
We need a third baseman. I'm looking for Beltre. I'm going to give Tomey for Beltre. And then we need a number one, and I know that Boston wants to get rid of Curt Schilling, so we're looking for Curt Schilling. Don't shake your head, cameraman. Boston's sitting at home right now. Johnny Damon will be with the Chicago Cubs. And we need to develop a catcher because Lieberthal's making $9 million a year in the 8-hole. So I'm looking for a big year. I put my name in there for general manager, so we'll see how it goes. I don't think I'll get the job. But Phillies next year, wild card, then NL East.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure meeting you, and good luck with everything, and hopefully everything works out. Glad to see you back stateside some more, and good luck with everything over in Japan.
Oh, thank you very much.